Welcome to Nabeel Math Academy. This is Dr. Mohammed Nabeel. In this video, we are going to discuss about the calculus in polar coordinate. We will find the area of the curve which is under the polar coordinate. Now, here we will have, before going to start the problem, so we have to recall some of the curves of the polar coordinate. If you have a r equals 2, it's a circle with the center about the origin. So this is the center about the origin, radius is 2. The radius is 1. Here we will have the next one, r equal to cosine theta, which is the positive part of the x-axis. The circle will be in the positive part of x-axis. The next one, here we will have the negative part of the x-axis. So the circle will be like this. If it is sine, so it is the upper part, positive part of y-axis. If it is negative, it is a negative part of y-axis. And if you have this one, so this is a coordinate and this is the coordinate again. So already we discussed this one elaborately, how to draw the graph of this type of coordinate. So this is what you have, the graphs. So area, to find the area of the curve between the two angles, so this region I want to find it. So r square integral half integral 0 to a to b, integral a to b r square d theta. So if you have a two region, if you want to calculate the area between these ones, so r1 minus r2 in place of r. So in place of r, we will have r1 minus r2. This is the only difference in these two. So if you have a difference to area, so we will calculate. If it is only one area, we will calculate this one directly. Now let us start with the first problem. It is area of a loop, one loop. Area of one loop of the four leaf rows r equal cosine theta. So first of all, I have to draw the graph of this one. So the graph is here like this. So it is 8 leaves you have. So I want to calculate only one leaf. So I want to calculate only one leaf of this part. I will take the first part, which is the easier one. So in order to calculate this one, the theta value will be what, 0 to 2 pi. So for the first leaf, this one is 0 to pi over 4. So since it is a symmetric about the x-axis, I will calculate only this part and multiply by 2. And I multiply by 2. Only this part I will calculate. And then I will multiply by 2. So the upper part I will calculate and multiply by 2. Due to the symmetric, we will get the one loop. So I write in the formula first. So area is going to be, area is equal integral a to b 1 over 2 r square dx. Since it is no two areas, two curves are there, only one curve which is a rows we will have, that is r square d theta. Now I will calculate this part here. 1 over 2 is a constant outside. So we will calculate 0 to pi over 4. But in order to get the whole leaf, so I will multiply by 2. So due to the symmetric. So I will calculate only this part and multiply by 2. So you will get the whole part of this leaf. Now we will just solve this one. What is r square? It is cosine square 2 theta d theta. I will simplify this one before integration. So how will you simplify this one? Since it is a square, I have to make it in double angle. I know this one, cosine square theta is equal 1 plus cosine 2 theta over 2. Since here you will have, in place of theta, you will have a 2 theta. So in place of theta, you have here 2 theta. I replace 2 theta. So therefore, the formula becomes cosine 2 theta. Cosine square 2 theta equal 1 plus cosine 4 theta over 2. So this is the formula I am going to apply here. So the area is given by, and these two get cancelled. What are the integral remaining? 0 to pi over 4 the limit, and in place of cosine square 2 theta, I will use this part. So 1 plus cosine 4 theta, and the 1 over 2 I am taking outside the integral. So it is d theta 1 over 2 will be outside the integral. Now you can easily integrate. Why we are converting this one? Because to avoid the square. In order to avoid this square, I will use this formula. Now the integration, the cosine theta, there is no square terms. Now we will calculate this part. So integration of theta 1 is 1 theta, and sine cosine integration, which is sine 4 theta over 4. Now apply the limit, upper and lower limit. So when you substitute the upper limit, 1 over 2 is outside here. Upper limit pi over 4 plus 1 over 4 here. When you substitute pi get cancelled, the value will be 0 in the upper part. So this is 0 over 4. When you substitute pi here, 4 cancels, sin pi 0. Minus, when you substitute the lower limit, the entire thing will be 0. The whole entire, the lower limit become 0. So you will get it, the value is equal pi 1 over 2 into pi over 4. So upon multiplication, we will get pi over 8. So square unit. So this is the one of the leaf. If you want to calculate the all leaf, multiply by 4. So we will get it one leaf area. If you want to calculate the all the 4 leaves, so you will multiply by 2, you will get multiply by 4, you will get pi over 4. So depend upon the question, you can answer this part. Now the next one, find the area of the region between inside of the circle. This is very important. Inside the circle r equal 3 sine theta, which is in the positive part of y-axis, and outside the circle of the coordinate, outside of the coordinate, which is on the y-axis. So first of all, I have to draw the graph of this one. What is the graph here? This is the x-axis, y-axis here, and this part is the coordinate. So coordinate will be here like this. And where is the circle? The circle will be in the y-axis. Y-axis. So you will have the y-axis. So this is the region I have to find. So the area between the inside the circle. This is the circle, inside the circle, and outside the coordinate. Outside the coordinate. See the question, understand the question first and then answer it correctly. So here we will calculate the area between the outside the coordinate and inside the circle we will calculate. So for that one, we have to find it the intersection point. So what is this intersection point? So how will you find the intersection point here? So here the given question is r is equal 3 sine theta. So this is r equal 3 sine theta by the way. So circle. And this is the coordinate, which is what? This is a coordinate which is r is equal 1 plus sine theta. Coordinate. So since both are r equal, so I will equate this equation because both sides are r. So you will get 3 sine theta equal 1 plus sine theta. So if you simplify this one, you will get, move it this one here, so you will get 2 sine theta. 3 sine theta minus sine theta, it becomes 2 sine theta equal 1. So if you divide by 2, so you will get 1 over 2, and which in turn implies theta is equal sine inverse of half. What is sine inverse of which is equals 30? So it is pi over 6. So one of the angle I got it. So which is equal pi over 6. In order to calculate the second angle, the first angle will be here. So this is the first angle. So pi over 6. Now in order to calculate the second angle, so I subtract with pi. So pi minus pi over, since it is in the second quadrant, I have to subtract with the pi. So you will get pi is pi minus pi over 6, which is equal 5 pi over 6, which is equal 150 degree. So it is a 150 degree. So this is the point of intersection. We got it. So theta value is equal pi over 6 and 5 pi over 6. A and B we have known. Now I have to subtract this area because the in between means we have to use this rule. So the area of the circle minus the area of the coordinate. So therefore the rule, I write it. So I will have to use 1 over 2 integral. So a to b, this is r1 minus r2 d theta. So what is r1? R1 is a circle. So I will just substitute all the values. So the lower limit is pi over 6, 30 to 150, pi over, say 5 pi over 6, and this is a coordinate, which is what? Sine square theta. So this is whole square. First you have to square it here because the square, as per the rule, we have a square here. So the formula will also be a square. So sine square minus r2 square. What is r2 square? 1 plus sine theta whole square and into d theta. And by the way, here we have to calculate this region. In order to calculate this region, since it is a symmetric about the y-axis, so I can calculate only this part and multiply by 2. So in order to get the whole region, or you can calculate the whole thing as well. If you want to calculate only this part, therefore the theta will be here the pi over 2 and it is multiplied by 2. So if you want to calculate up to this part, it is pi over 2. So I will take pi over 6 to pi over 2 and multiply this one with the 2. So if you want to calculate the full area, no problem. You can do it directly. No issue. So I will calculate only the half part. So we will take it here. The area is given by, area is equal 1 over 2. This is 2 times. I will write it here. Pi over 6 to pi over 2. So I multiply by 2. So therefore, if you multiply, you will get sine 9 sine square theta minus this is a plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square plus b square. So this is the formula we are using here, a plus b whole square formula. So before solving this equation, we will simplify this part first. So I will simplify this one and directly substitute in the integral. So if you added this part, what happened? So it is 9 sine theta square theta minus, I multiply the minus inside, minus 1 minus 2 sine theta minus sine square theta. When you added this one, so 9 minus 1, which is 8, 8 sine square theta minus 1 minus 2 sine theta. Now, after that, I will remove this part square. So, what is the square part you will replace? So, I will replace 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. So, in place of this. So, it is 8 times minus 1 minus 2 sine theta. So, what happened here when you simplify this one? You will get 4 times. If this one cancel, you will have 4. So here also 2 to get cancelled. So let us simplify first this part. So here, which is equal 4, I multiply minus 4 cosine 2 theta minus 1, there is no 4 multiplication, minus 2 sine theta. Now add it. So it is 4 minus 1, which is equals 3 minus 4 cosine theta minus 2 sine theta. So just substitute in the equation here. So you will get the area is given by, area is equal integral pi over 6 to pi over 2, because this 1 over 2 and 2 get cancelled. This is a simplified form what we have taken here. So I will just substitute this one here. So what is the final answer? We got it. So it is 3 minus cosine 2 theta minus 2 times of sine theta into d theta. Now when you integrate, what is this one? 3 theta minus 4 sine 2 theta over 2 minus 2 cosine, it become plus cosine theta. The limit pi over 6 to pi over pi over 2. Now, when you substitute the limit, what is the upper limit? When you substitute the upper limit, you will get 3 pi over 2 upper limit minus, when you substitute pi, 2 pi over 2, pi with the 2 cancel, sine pi 0 plus sine cosine pi over 2, which is 0, 90 here, minus lower limit 3 pi over 6 minus, here if you substitute this one here, so the value will be, when I substitute pi over 6, so it get cancelled here 2, so you will get 2, so pi over 3, which is root 3 over root 3 over 2, root 3 over 2 plus the next one, you will have root 3 over 2 plus 2 root 3 over 2. So what is the cancel here? So this one and this one get cancelled, same term. Now if you simplify, you will get, it is 3 pi over 2 minus, this is actually pi over 2 minus pi over 2. So which is equals 2 pi over 2, which is equal pi. That's it. Which is equal pi. Now the next one here, we will have the arc of a length of an arc. Now the next one, it is arc length. So how will you calculate the arc length of the polar coordinates? So if you, this is the formula which is given here. The length of an arc is given by L is equal integral a to b square root of r square plus dr over d theta whole square into d theta. So this is the formula we are going to use to find the length of the arc of any polar coordinate. So this is our example here. Find the length of the coordinate. This is coordinate which is open in the y-axis positive. So this is the coordinate. So I want to calculate this length. So this is the length of the arc. So how will you calculate that one? So we have the r. So in the theta value, this is a 0 to 2 pi, the whole. So theta start with a 0 and it will be end to the 2 pi. So sometime it will be given, sometime it will not be given. So from the figure it is understandable, therefore it is theta is lies from 0 to 2 pi. Then I substitute the value here. Now r length is equal integral 0 to 2 pi and then square root of r square plus r dr over d theta whole square into d theta. So r is the given. So I want to calculate this one, dr over d theta. So what is dr over d theta? So dr over d theta differentiate with respect to theta. It is becomes cosine theta. Cosine theta square, it is cosine square. I will calculate this one integration separately. So here r square is equal, then dr over d theta whole square is equal, then 1 plus sine theta, this is the r square done, plus dr over theta square, which is the cosine square theta. Now in order to simplify this one, I have to expand this part. So what is the expansion of 1 plus cosine? 1 plus 2 sine theta plus sine square theta, and we will have it here the cosine theta square as it is. Now in our, we know that the identity of sine square plus cosine square is equal 1. 1 plus 1, which is equals to 2 plus 2 sine theta. Now this is a simplified part of the integration. Now I will use the same thing in the length. Length is equal integral 0 to 2 pi integral, that is square root of this part what we have calculated, which is equals 2 plus 2 sine theta into d theta. Since it is a complicated integral, I have to use the calculator. How will you use the calculator? Let us check here. Now I will use this one. Using calculator, it is in the radian mode. I will use the integral, and then here we will have square root 2 plus 2 sine x. This is finished. Now I have to substitute the limit. The limit is 0. What is the upper limit? 2 shift pi. That's it. So this is answer is equal 8. So you can use the calculator in order to simplify this type of integral. Thank you.